Hello, hello, it's Wessel here, and thanks for joining me as we continue our adventures in SnowRunner on hard mode. Today we're up to day 21 of my daily day-a-day sessions, where I'm trying to do a 1 hour gaming session, which is 24 hours in the game itself. So effectively a day every day. We're at day 21. At the moment we're in Island Lake. Pretty much finished off all of the tasks in Island Lake. Still a couple of contracts that have deliveries here, but tasks are done. And we're making our way back through to Drummond Island, where we've still got quite a bit to do. So I'm going to hop into the 4964, the White Western Star, and continue heading up the southern side of Island Lake so that we can finish this, or at least take this cargo container up to the port in Drummond Island. So let's see how we go in this 24 hours. My focus for the 24 hours is going to be to open the bridge in Drummond Island, which is I think a task called 10 Hut. And if I can, then I'll head on and finish the harbour delivery task that I'm sort of half, or contract, sorry, that I'm half doing at the moment. So let's see how we go and see if we can head up to Drummond Island. Just refuel while we're here. So once we've arrived in Drummond Island, we'll head over past the fuel station and then up towards the port, or towards the bridge that we have to fix. Can't remember if, oh yeah, we must have seen this one before. just refuel again from our happy little semi-trailer waiting for us. And then cross over to the, or head towards the bridge. Pull through the mud there to go back to low. I wouldn't cope. We can run down the hill now. With this pull up the other side, we're going to go back into low again. Just a bit slow. Just going to see how I go here. I want to get the service trailer that's just hiding behind the bushes here. So it'll let me fix up the little bit of damage that I've got on the truck. And then I'm going to be keen. Now I have to be careful coming here because there's, as we saw with the Chev when I came back here the first time, it can be quite a nasty little entry point. So we might even just winch the service trailer out. Because if one thing's going to fall over, I'd rather it was the service trailer, not the White Western Star. Right, so now it's out and happy. Attach it and do a little bit of repair, so fix up the truck, detach and grab my trailer again. Now we'll see how strong the engine in the White Western Star really is. This will be hard. Or slow, I should say. But I'm keen to bring this with me while I'm coming along here. Just have a look, make sure it's behind us. Yeah. Try and stick to the grass a bit more along this way, rather than be in the mud, without crashing into the trees. there. And then we'll also just run this back a fraction. Leave that one there. Refuel again. And then I'm going to take a side detour because I actually want to start, rather than doing Harbour delivery, which I have been doing, I'm going to do 10 hut, which will allow me to build the bridge that's over here. And in order to do that, I need a metal beam and a concrete slab, and then after that a second metal beam and a concrete block. Now when I came across here to do the race with the rain, I found that there was a ramp flatbed here which has got a metal beam and a concrete slab on it. So I'm going to nip down this little path across here and pick that up and bring it back so I can deliver it. Got the off-road tyres on, big engine. This crossing's quite easy for the Light Western Star. On highway tyres, that's a really hard crossing. Just got to be careful coming through here. These rocks particularly can damage suspension, fuel tanks, tyres. So I'm just creeping along a bit. Don't run into the guardrail. This is where we popped out when we did the race with the rain contest in the Chev earlier. And sure enough, as you can see here, we've got a, let's have a little peek, we've got some metal beams and a concrete slab, which is exactly what we want. We'll do a little bit of fine control to turn around, try not to ruin his backyard. Oh, we more importantly shouldn't be hitting his timber slab or his timber planks that he's left there. Right. Alright, so nicely hooked up. We can now take this carefully back along this path. I say carefully because we don't want to tip it over particularly, which we can easily do on some of these rocky outcrops as we go. And as you can see, there's a fair bit of weight in it. I'm going to try and take wide lines around the corners so I don't bump into anything. This being one of the more important ones. Because if you bring him too close to that inner edge, you can see already we've got quite a tilt on it. In fact, I'm concerned we've got so much tilt on that that if we are not careful, we'll do that. Oh, that is so funny. So there you go. Just when you say, look, I don't want to do this, then, yeah, somewhat, perhaps unsurprisingly, you end up doing what you don't want to do. We'll detach that trailer. I'm hoping I might just have enough room there if I'm lucky, without bashing the truck too much. I might be able to sort of reach back and put them back on again. Not while I'm on the trailer though. Oh, I'm messing that right up. Get off the trailer. Because I think as long as we're close, I'm hoping that we'll be able to reach that concrete slab and be able to get it back. Yes, we can. That's good. So first things first. Yes, we're nicely anchors. We'll get the beams. I'm going to have to sort of drag them up and around. Well, I might not be able to lift them. Ah, yes I can. Somewhat inelegantly. But at least we've got them up in the air. I think they're actually upside down. Yes, they are. There we go. Right. And we may not be able to get these onto this trailer very well because we're having to reach so far behind ourselves. That's a bit annoying, isn't it? So how about we pick them up, put them in front of ourselves. Try and go maybe the other way. Go around that way. Now I don't want to throw them off the path. My goodness. There's some weird physics goes on sometimes. There you go. I need to leave myself enough room to get past them, which I probably haven't done. Proving to be a nice little exercise on how not to do craning and sorting things out. But we'll get there. See how we go this one to get this onto the back of it. Can we lie this down on the trailer? Oh yes. Right, so the slab looks better. These concrete blocks are going to be annoying. The metal beams, I mean, sorry. Okay, we should be trying to squeeze past with a bit of luck. Yeah, a bit of push. And then I'm just stopping just a second. Right. Grab those metal beams before they fall down the hillside. Hopefully I'll be able to place them on top of the concrete slab. Spin them so they're roughly the right orientation. Then chuck them at the trailer. Might be okay. And they are. So there we go. Exercise in how to not do that and bringing it around the corner. Alright, let's try not to knock them off again. now we should be able to deliver these up to the bridge, the Drummond Bridge, which will be the first stage of that then completed. Good. I'm just going to steal a bit of fuel. I've never seen it do that before. I must have moved backwards. Right. It's a little bit harder going up here than you might think, given it's not particularly muddy. It's just a bit of an incline, I guess. Pulling it up a hill. Now we're good. Just run this down to deliver down here. So that builds the frame of the bridge, first part. Good. Yes, I'll take that stage being complete. Now I'm just going to bring the trailer over here out of the way. I think that'll do. It's pretty much out of the way. Right. In fact, then I might just... Oh no, I do want to go back because I need to go and get my... semi-trailer. So we'll head back. We've still got to get some metal beams and a concrete block. Now concrete blocks are a little bit harder to find. There's not so many of them just lying around. So we're going to have to go to the warehouse in Smithville Dam to get a concrete block. For the moment, we can bring ourselves back here. fuel from the fuel carrier. Nice and full. We'll then hop into the White Western. That's a Fleet Star. That's what we'll hop into. Because the Fleet Star can go over and get the concrete block and pop it into its tray. So we'll take the Fleet Star over to the Smithville Dam warehouse. Now we're lucky it's the one quite near to the gateway. So we'll refuel. And in fact, we're just going to stop the engine change. I'm just going to move this guy a little bit out of the way because he's blocking the other trailer. So we'll just bring him up here out of the way. Actually, now I look at it, I should fix that little bit of damage on the Fleet Star before I go tootling off. Given that I've now got the service trailer right here. Done. Okay, so now we need to get a concrete block from the warehouse at Smithville Dam. And on the way there, just going to take a slight side detour to trigger a task that I actually meant to trigger ages ago when I was first in the Chev coming through here. I forgot to turn off here. Bash our way through these trees. Because there's a task down here called Signal in the Mountains. Not sure now. I think that's what it's called. Just have to be a bit careful. It's a bit bumpy. Yes, and I should have done this when I was doing my original scouting. But I was intent on zooming past, so I forgot it was here. So this one, Silent Observer. It's a scouting task that we'll be doing in a little while. Just to go and visit a lighthouse, a peak anyway. Got to go up a hill. We'll pick that up. I'm trying to clear off as many of the tasks in Drummond Island as I can now. I think we've also still got two watchtowers to open. So there's a little bit of exploring here in Drummond Island we still have to do. But let's get these bridges open first. Okay, now this is the first come backwards into Smithville Dam from Drummond Island, I think. So we'll watch out, although this will be dark, so we won't see a huge amount of our little scene as we arrive, but we'll see what we see. Oh, yeah, pretty dark. And a bit foggy too. It was a dark and foggy night when the Fleet Star arrived in Smithville Dam. Okay, so we've got the warehouse right here. We've lost our task because the task is not relevant to this map. But I know we're going to load a concrete block. And the concrete block can be loaded from here. Right. Just come around so I can see what I'm doing. No, not into the truck. A concrete block. Okay, that's all we need. Now we'll do a bit of a U-turn. Try not to kill all of the witches' hats. Alright, and head back. So we've got our concrete block. So then the only thing we're still needing are some metal beams. And I know that there's a trailer of those sort of on our way. So here we go, back to Drummond Island. Haven't been in the driver's seat for a little while, so we'll just hop in for this little run down here, at least for the first bit of it. I should, before I go any further, I'll put our 10 hut task back up so we know what we're doing. Just gonna hop out so I can see where I'm going, because I know that through these trees here I can sneak. Climb up this little hill and I'll be at the right spot to pick up a trailer of metal beams. I don't have to go all the way around. Pretty sneaky. Alright, Right, so now I've got one concrete block and one metal beams. So we're good to complete the last part of the 10 hut Drummond Bridge building task. There we go. And we reach rank 13, which in turn gives us a few more things like snorkels and stuff like that, I think. So that's pretty cool. So we might just park that trailer next to this one. Why not? It's out of the way. That should do. And then we'll just pull up here because I think we can hop back into the White Western Star and keep going with our no, not that one, sorry, with our Harbour delivery. So we'll continue on, heading up the road. Fleet Star. So the rest of the way around to the port following this road is not too bad. It's a little bit muddy in places, but nothing that we shouldn't be able to get through. Oh, might have been a bit keen though. Oh no, we've done alright. arrive at the port. Discover another very large heavy trailer. That'll be for a later contract. See the boat out in the water, of course, because we're at the port. And deliver our drilling equipment. Yay for us. So that's the Harbour delivery contract finished. Which is pretty good. So that's the contract to bring that from Island Lake, the drilling equipment from Island Lake back over to the port here in Drummond Island. So we'll happily take that one and bank it. Now over here is another service replenishment spot. Now at the moment I haven't got anything I can replenish, so I don't need to worry about it. Just going to park the trailer here for the moment because I don't need it for my next little bibs and bobs, and we'll just pull up out of the way. That'll do. Okay, so we're going to leave that one there for now and head back into the wild. Pull up here for the moment. Kind of out of the way, mostly out of the way. I'll just have a little look at what we've done and what we've still got to do. So in terms of the tasks as they stand, we've still got mud wrestling, which basically is a task to save a Scout 800 over here and bring it back up to the very top here. We've got Silent Observer, which is to reach an observation point here. Forged by Sea, which is another sort of scouting spot that we have to get to over here. And Lost Delivery, which is a pickup of, I think it's 2 or maybe 3 cargo containers that are sort of scattered around the island a bit. So there's not that many things that we still have to do, so that's good. But we still have to open up that watchtower there and that watchtower there. So there's a bit of scouting we need to do. So I think what we might do now is we might hop into the Chev and bring that back to do this last bit of scouting. So let's hop over to the Chev. Now the Chev is in Smithville Dam. Yes, there we are. So he's in Smithville Dam, so we'll hop over to that and bring the Chev over and maybe do a task or two on the way. because I think there's a task we haven't done here. So let me just grab, no, not lost trailer. Not tools delivery, Michigan trial. So Michigan trial is basically a typical scouting type task where you have to reach 5, in this case 5 spots. So we just need to get to them. Of course, none of them are actually on the road. They're all off, in various different parts of the the countryside. But we can get them by pretty much running down this little central island. So from where we are here, I'm going to come literally cross country back up onto the main road, and then follow this path down to about here somewhere. Turn off to that one, come back over, get the other 2, back to the main road, then down to this one, and over to that one. Easier said than done, but see how we go. Hopefully, as it gets more light, we should be able to knock this over. Hardest bit's finding a path through the trees. And then not tipping over. Again, the more I can go straight up a hill or straight down a hill, the less likely I'm going to tip. If I try and go across a hill, then I'm asking for trouble. Of course, nasty big rocks just throw you off balance a little bit. But that's okay. So we've come up to the main road through the little island. So we'll follow this along now until we get to a suitable turn off for the first flag, which I can't remember if it was flag A or not, but it'll be the first one we'll do. Just need to be careful of that tree I'm sort of rolling over. I don't want to catch on it. Alright, now we're good. This path can be is quite steep and has got some off-cambered parts to it, so you just got to keep your wits about you as you go up this one. If you're not concentrating, it's easy to get yourself off angle. Again, little trees get in the way, and notice that we're sort of crossing the incline a bit there. If you're not watching, it can be easy to just sort of lose your balance. Alright, we got through that part. So now I think we're at a good spot to head over. Oh no, not yet, not yet. Ooh, not yet. A little bit keen. I am going to go left in a minute, but I think I'm not quite there. More here, I think. Yep, that feels better. So there's our first flag that we're going to get to, and it really is a flag. Okay, so that was in fact flag A. Now again, when you reverse, you've got to just be careful that you don't put yourself at a different angle to what you might expect. Go back to arcane. just go straight across. Okay, and find the second flag, which was flag B. Oh, we are doing them in order. Aren't we doing well? Okay, now we just need to follow this ridge around to get to the next one on the right there. Just being careful to balance on the bridge. We don't want to go falling off one side or the other. Now this is quite steep and you see we're going to go at a bit of an angle. So I'm actually going to be scaredy cat and go across the top here, come down on the other side of these slippery rocks. That's much better because now I can reverse down here pretty confidently. Okay, that's the next one, so 2 to go. Go well around that one. A bit up and over, but we'll get there. Okay. This tree along this fence line. Now this is the way we actually came to find the watchtower that was down here earlier. There it is. Except we don't quite go down the same path. Okay, now this last one's a little bit tricky to get to, but we can be brave and pretty much go straight down and straight up in the chef, as long as we're careful and don't fall too far off the cliff. Now we just want to come down here gently, slowly. Don't crash into that tree. They do that on purpose. Put trees right in where you want to go, to make you go round them. Okay. So now we're off, straight up this little path. This will be quite steep, but as long as we keep pointing upward, we should be fine. And there we go. So that's all 5 of the Michigan trail complete. All right, and at that stage, I think I'm going to say that we're good enough to say that's a spot to stop. It's 7:30. In the morning, and for those of you that watch know I tend to play or try to play from 8 in the morning till 8 in the morning. So we will stop the engine there. Enjoy the view. Well, not so much of a view from this one. But that'll do for today. So thanks for joining. Pleased we got through, apart from dropping the cargo off at the very start. Otherwise, we managed to get through 10 hunt and the harbour delivery, as well as finishing off this little scouting task here in Smithville Dam for the Michigan Trial. So thanks for watching, and hopefully you'll be able to join me again tomorrow, where I kick on with the next 24 hours of my adventures of SnowRunner on hard mode. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.